And there we are.
Oh my God, we're live?
Yes, we're live. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Seflivil, the gateway, however distant to the West Road Gateway.
The gateway to this plane for whoever that is. Yes.
Well, the gateway to this town, anyway.
Yeah.
Jerks, mostly.
How many days travel was it?
It was about 2. Maybe,
so
yeah.
Actually closer than I thought. I was thinking it was like a week or so away.
It was 2 or 3 days. Yeah, actually it was 3 days because you had 2 stops on the way.
Right.
And it started raining again, so it makes you happy to be inside at Newbury's Keg Tap, where you've made Jodie Newbury very happy.
Quick question. Is it natural rain or is it slightly salty?
Yes.
It is slightly salty. Another reason to be happy you're inside from it.
Yes.
Isn't that going to fuck up the crops?
Oh, yes.
It did last time that happened.
Some people have been complaining about that. And
they've been real whiners for the most part. It's like, oh, my crops are dying. Oh, my livelihood. Oh, how are we going to survive the winter?
You know, some kind of purifying spell ought to go around to the farms and see what they can do. But yeah, we got to find the source of that and stop it.
Anyway, last time you sorted out Jodie Newbury's business by finding the tank room under the house, finally, under this site where the house once was, of the guy that owned the inn. Dealt with the unwelcome guests there, found the keg tap of Newbury's Keg Tap, which apparently has magical properties, and the assorted journal of the Newburys, which details a few things about running a magically enhanced business. Right,
that could be useful.
It also goes into a good bit of the old history of the area, including the nature of the place known as the Cave of Traitors or the Cave of the Resistance, depending which side you're on.
Right.
These days they call it the Cave of Traitors, but they do so ironically.
Right. It's a
yeah, we keep running into little bits of the old revolutions.
I know.
I wonder what that means.
I wonder if something will come of that.
Oh, I'm sure it won't be important.
It's almost like, I don't, if you have an episodic plot, but then there's an overarching plot, it's probably nothing.
Yeah.
Yep.
If it seems like something like that's happening, just assume it's a fluke. After all, what do I know?
Otherwise known as David takes for fucking ever to get to it.
Well.
And that's a good thing because the anticipation gets to be... Anyway, anticipation is the savory of appetite. I would love to have a look at the sections of the journal that include the history, but I don't own the journal, so...
It's been kind of read and digested. There are, other people in the group have read and made good efforts at understanding the notes therein, both with arcane and history.
Well, I'd love to see their notes.
At this point, I believe they're done reading them, and you can do so.
Okay, but to get back to what's really important in life, does Julie Newbury want to go on a date?
Jodie Newbury... Where the deuce are my dice? That's not good. I think I know which bag they're in, but it'll take me a moment.
You already told me. I think we already talked about that. I was just being silly.
Where the dice am I
down?
I think you said but we haven't.
He's rolling and says you have a 2 in 6 chance of a date.
Be right back.
No, I think she's already said yes. We just didn't actually say anything else about it.
Yep.
That's what I remember anyway.
So, yeah, so somebody in the story I'm reading came across this this store called Curios with an apostrophe, and I was sarcastically thinking, okay, that's probably a deliberate typo on the part of the author, but otherwise I would be sarcastically thinking, oh, it must be a store that belongs to a man named Curio. Then it turns out I got to the part of the story where the proprietor introduces himself, and yes, his name is Curio. Antonio Curio.
The answer is thank goodness.
Oh, Lord, activation.
Grab 3 sets out of the box. I'll just be a few moments.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. And them. Oh, there we go. There that one is. There should still be 1 or 2 of those that are doing a damn fine job of hiding from me. Because they're still in the frickin' bag. There we go. There we go. I feel much more game mastery now.
Ha!
Tuck them away. And let's get down to brass tacks. Yeah. Yeah, it's a rainy afternoon. You've had some adventure. It's looking like you've still got some in store, but how are you preparing for that, and or what else are you doing?
We have salt, rain. Is there a center that we can see or determine where it comes from?
Give me a nature check.
A nature check.
Mm-hmm.
It's been an hour since we defeated those puddings, isn't it?
Hmm?
It's been an hour since we defeated those puddings, hasn't it?
It's been a few hours. You've had time to read the journals. You've had time for Jodie to at least look into the basement and try preparing a few of those recipes.
Yes, but then this isn't the first salty rain.
Yeah, they've had a few of those.
And now something tells me, now, we've had an oceanic connection, so it might be seawater, but if it's only mildly salty, something tells me it might be like tears or something.
I think that seawater thing is far more likely.
Ooh, 51. That's a very good nature check, Andrew.
No, that's an exclamation
Oh, yeah, that's a
mark.
5. Yeah.
So, Saphir knows when something's not his wheelhouse, so he just looks at the druid and is like, what's going on?
By the way, Emmy, you're muted, so when you're ready.
Oh.
Yeah, when you're ready. I mean, because clearly this is some druid shit.
I need to get my dice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not that we've been ignoring you. It's, well,
Oh.
We have not had the pleasure of hearing your voice today.
The wizard is pointing towards where the wind comes from and says, the center is definitely in that direction because that's where the wind's coming from.
Doing the rolling.
Shall we saddle up and go looking?
No.
Yes.
You don't need to roll it. No.
Get him hooked early. He should be rolling dice.
Yeah.
Let him roll a d20.
Wait. He can start rolling dice when he's done eating dice.
Fine.
Well, that's true.
Well, he just rolled it for me,
Aw.
and that was adorable. And he, let's see, for my nature stuff.
But was it adorable good or adorable bad?
No, it was good.
Okay.
Adorable.
Yay.
Let's see.
As long as it was a good roll, yo.
Nature. Okay, so that's a 19 total.
That's good.
that
You're
is
pretty
good.
sure it's off in that general direction toward the woods.
No more.
Seems to
Wait.
be a little outside of town to the northeast. Now,
Wait,
precise-
it's a different direction. Are you going to believe me, someone who read a lot of books, or her, who knows her stuff about nature?
I'll get back to you on that.
I'm just like,
Go check.
wait, that's a trick question, right?
I'm just trying to
You
I
didn't
kind
know.
of- pat Argyle on the head and
You-
say, I think it's sweet that you tried.
You didn't notice the problems with those words until after they fell out your mouth hole?
His mouth is faster than his brain.
So I basically say, I think it's sweet that you tried, but I think you should let the experts do this.
Yes. Some people shouldn't add sweetener. Just ask Jilly.
And Saphir is
I-
like pointing at the, what is it, Saria?
Saria, the druid? Yes.
I always forget if it's an S or a Z. Sorry, Emmy. And it's like, yeah, I'm gonna go with her. Sorry, Argyle. No offense.
No, I'm going with her as well, so it's not that.
Good to
I
know.
don't know a lot about this freaky nature shit, but I know she does.
Yeah.
So
David,
Yes.
was that effect on my battle axe when I hit the pudding with that, where it was like -1 to damage? Is that a lingering thing that needs to get taken care of?
That is something that needs to be repaired by a proper weaponsmith.
Boy, I hope they sure have one here.
I think they do.
Yeah,
we
I
met
think
one, I think, in one of the pubs.
we'll go with that. But there is a guy that does some. There is a blacksmith in town. He might not be all that weapony, but it's worth a shot, I guess.
I'll go harass him
Mm-hmm.
with business.
Hmm.
Yes.
I don't know if it's harassment, if it's what they want you to do.
Yeah. Come
I
on,
don't
take
know.
my money. No, I don't want your city money.
That could be the thing. In
We
which
only
case,
take
boys, he is
cephalobucks around here.
Don't you have eggs and bacon that you can give me?
He has no idea who he's talking to.
I can take your eggs and bacon. I can give you eggs and bacon, but only in exchange for wooden sheep and coffee.
God damn it. Curse you, sellers of Catan.
Okay.
So I'm going to go take care of that.
Okay, you go off and try to get him to take a serious look at your axe. And he
Yes,
is-
please.
Okay, Siri, I wasn't talking to you.
Siri, sharpen my battle axe.
We unplug it so that doesn't happen. It's fully charged anyway. And
Sharpen my axe. Oh, Tudo, sharpen my axe.
yeah,
Alexa, purchase 10,000 battle axes.
Careful.
Siri, sharpen my axe.
Yes. Speaking of battle axes, aren't we meeting that local lady who wants to show us the caverns?
She's
That's
no
a hell of
help.
a segue.
That later.
Later.
Speaking
First, we
of
have to
battle axes,
let's deal with that
around.
brain.
Yeah, let's deal with the rain first. By the way, is it cloudy overhead or is it a sunny day?
You can see off in the distance patches of sun, kind of around the town.
Okay, but around the town it is overcast, so yeah.
Yeah, the Seflivil is under a cloud right now.
Right.
Is there a cloud like?
I've got to pop out to say goodbye to my roommate. I'll be back in a couple minutes.
See you in just a little bit.
Goodbye. Yeah. Is there a cloud that's exactly the shape of the property lines of the town, so you can tell?
Not exact.
It's not that obvious.
Okay.
Clouds are fluffy things.
Bye.
They're not good for demarcating borders.
Right.
Just
unless you get some interesting thermodynamics in the atmosphere.
Right. Climate control spells.
Full frontal action. High cyclonics.
Yep.
I feel like I have to buy something now.
I should cut down on cyclamates.
I'm not sure anyone under 40 will get that reference.
Well, here's one data point.
Did not get rid of the reference, sorry.
Maybe the voice was all wrong.
Cyclamates were the artificial sweetener that was discovered to be bad before saccharin was discovered to be bad.
Before aspartame has now been found to be bad.
And then it turns out sugar just isn't good for the mineral.
Waiting to hear what's wrong with sucralose, my weapon of choice. Anyway, yeah, the cloud hanging over Seflivil is not so conveniently shaped as to resemble the county, the township, or any geographical boundations of this area.
Okay, yeah.
They'd be a little too on the nose.
Whatever turns out to be wrong with sucralose, it can't possibly be worse for you than the amount of sugar you'd need to eat to get the same sweetening effect.
It does not look like a bunny koi.
Yeah.
We've already established that the outline of the town is a bunny. Therefore,
now it's a boundary.
Bounder bunny.
Boundary. No.
So unless you are super interested in role playing out the transaction of make my weapon good again, please. Make my weapon not suck.
Yeah, even after showing it up to him real close, he is not exactly sure how to do that. And he seems a little reluctant to keep you in his shop after that for some reason. Must not have any stomach for the work.
For sharpening a weapon?
For sharpening a weapon. And deep hitting it and reinforcing it how it needs to be done given the damage it's had.
Well, it occurs to me if I could get some scrap metal and cast a mending spell, I might be able to handle that. The cantrip.
Maybe. Now, well, that was a non-magical axe, was it not?
Derivative.
Correct.
Mending.
Yeah.
It was a mundane silvered battle axe. So maybe we'll have to grab a couple of people's rings or something. That's actually a good idea. I kind of like that.
Just get some well-made daggers, and that'll provide the scrap metal.
Oh, well.
Okay, the blacksmith will have some scrap metal.
It does say that the break or tear has to be no larger than 1 foot in any dimension, and
battle axe is larger than that, I'm afraid.
At least what's damaged, yeah, it's probably at least a little bit longer than that on the edge of the blade. So, curses.
Yep. Sorry.
Could you do that in multiple castings? You know, I repair.
I think it has to be a single break.
Yeah.
That is mended.
They don't want you abusing that too hard.
Same way you can't repair a crack in a windshield if it's larger than a dollar bill.
Do you have any good competitors in town?
Mm-hmm.
You want my money instead?
Oh,
You really want me to try to fix this axe?
Well, if you're saying you can't do it, then I need to find someone who can.
Yeah. There hasn't been need in this town for more than one blacksmith.
Yeah. So there isn't anybody.
All right.
If he can't do it, no one in town can. You know what? I'll tell you what. Like I said, if he can provide the right kind of metal, we'll see if my mending spell will help.
Maybe he has a wife who can't do it.
Actually, tell me, Dave, I ought to be familiar enough with my mending spell to know whether that would work.
You're pretty sure it wouldn't.
Okay, well then, never mind.
Sorry.
Well, good day.
Dang.
Sorry I couldn't help.
I have no more use for this man.
We are going to find someone and settle him here who can.
My axe does not look like a bunny. What?
how much would it cost to replace?
Pardon?
How much would it cost to replace?
Yeah, you broke up again, Matt.
How much would it cost to replace?
How much would it cost to replace? What's a mundane silvered axe?
I think it costs an extra 100 gold to silver any one thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's off the top of my head, so it could be wrong. Oh, wow.
Silver
Yeah.
weapons. You can silver a single weapon or 10 pieces of ammunition for 100 gold pieces. And the axe itself, battle axe,
10
10
gold.
gold.
So, yeah, the majority of it is just
silvering.
Well, if he can't repair any weapons, I'm pretty sure he's not going to have any just regular battle axes hanging up. So I am disappointed in this place. I'm leaving it a very poor review on Yelp. Seflivil Yelp. What?
Yelp
An
is
act of generosity, apparently.
But I gave this to you.
And he's giving it back.
That's really touching.
That's
Because he's so sweet.
tremendously generous.
Because he's so versatile. He has another weapon he can
It's true.
use.
Warren, you're all right.
And he's sweet. What a sweet little dragon.
Now I have to update my character sheet.
Sweet Dargan.
One might almost wonder if that wasn't my plan all along.
That's
It wasn't.
You never want to convince the party that you're the evil mastermind.
yeah.
Yeah, in the superhero game I run on Saturday nights, the team is most afraid of one of the cat one of the PCs adopted and kept dressing up.
What?
When that PC left, the cat stayed. And they're deathly afraid of the base's computer becoming sentient.
Uh-huh.
Just for reasons?
Just for reasons.
That's funny.
Yes. Or worse yet, it turns out that the cat actually is the computer. They never see the cat and the computer both at the same time. There's a hidden panel on the cat. It's just the cat with a little teletype machine.
That's terrifying.
They won't have confirmation of that theory until it farts glitter.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Oh my goodness. And then Somehow now I'm having flashbacks to the dog ending of Silent Hill 2.
And the rest of the team, the rest of your party is having flashbacks to something completely different.
It was glorious. I made a drawing.
Do I want to know?
We can tell this story.
Now we're live.
Okay, we'll tell it afterwards.
It's a good story, though.
Yeah.
It is a good story.
So, like I said, what's your plan? Yeah, he couldn't help with your axe. You got Warren's axe. Warren's using the sword, and
We're gonna figure out about the salty rain.
mhm.
Yep. Let's go. Let's go look at the source of this.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So you go tromping off into the woods to the northwest.
Yes. Wherever Saria is pointing us.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went that way. And Seth was like, no.
And you get into the woods. It is still just sort of pissing rain all over you.
Oh.
And you get in toward the woods. The pace of the rain picks up.
So it's like being near the ocean and have like ocean spray. So like when it evaporates, it gets like
A little tacky. Mm-hmm.
oh god.
Well, not that. Well, it doesn't really have a chance to evaporate. It just keeps pouring on you.
Quick, get out the fisherman's friends.
Mm. Okay, I would like each of you, as you're tromping through this miserably wet wood, each of you give me a nature check. Tell me if you made or miss. Or tell me what you rolled.
Oh, I'm like, wait, what?
I can try to roll a
Seriously.
unskilled nature check. I have +0 in it.
I will also accept survival.
Oh, survival, eh?
Nature or survival, whichever you have it better.
Let me just have another look at my character sheet.
I expect to get a better number out of James in a moment. Unless,
No.
Well,
I rolled a 2.
+1 in it, so yeah, just
wait.
Wow.
I getting my bad roll out of the way right away.
okay. This die is really hard to roll and read. Wait a minute. Okay, here we go.
I tied the wizard. Oh man.
Okay,
This is this is
so this mudslide is taking us all.
are we all going to
Well,
die?
not necessarily.
Oh, chili!
No, you're not.
Woohoo.
You are
Chili
not all
survives.
going to die.
Yeah.
That's,
Okay, that one,
I suppose, good news.
all these dice, every die I pull out turns out to be really hard to read. Just a second. Okay, fine. Okay, I got a 12.
A 12.
Oh, but somebody
Now-
got a 20 in that, so never mind.
Someone hasn't rolled yet. Let's see. We have Andreas, Coy, Emmy,
Oh,
James.
could we be careful, kid?
Oh, right. Saphir is not currently with the group.
I can roll. Saphir's they're both zeros. It doesn't matter, I guess. 9.
Wow. Okay. Matt. Okay. Jilly has a certain instinct and crosses lower on the hill than the rest of you. Everyone else needs to make a dex check.
Ooh,
A dex check.
Awesome.
Ooh. Is it something I can see?
Ooh.
I assume I can.
Well, someone mentioned mudslides earlier, and that was oddly prescient.
okay.
I will assume that I can see it.
Saving throw proficiency does count here, right? Yes.
Yes, it does.
The bonus. So, 2. Wait a minute. 3. Okay, yes.
My
Ooh,
dice are on fire today.
17.
Put them out. They're rolling like crap.
Oh, gross. I'm.
We'll see. We'll see about that. Let's see. Who hasn't rolled yet? John, what'd you get for Thagak?
17.
Hmm.
Jeez, this is not good.
Well, let's see. Well, that's nice. Now, okay. Jilly had the sort of foresight to walk higher up the hill you were on than the rest of the party. So when that when the earth on the hill just started cleaving,
Oh,
What?
it's been raining for a very long time, and
Mudslide.
the ground here is sort of saturated. Thagak and Saria have the good sense to leap that gap before the ground sort of washes down the hill and away, taking 4 of the party members with it.
Oh,
And there we go.
I'm from the wasteland. I don't believe hillsides should be able to do this.
Yeah.
So where does it take us? This.
I'm also from the wasteland. Actually, I'm a member of the Dry Hills clan, and
this is bullshit.
You have
dry.
you have reason to fear wet hills. Then,
Yes. I'm like,
Let's. That's a good point. I'm from Dry Hills, and this is bullshit.
Yeah.
it's trying to eat me. The hills are alive, which is kind of frightening.
And they're coming this way. Yeah, so let's see. Yeah, the ground washes away. And between getting pelted by sticks, running sort of over rocks, and tumbling into a gulch some distance away.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. Let me roll some damage for people. Going left to right as I see them on the bottom here. Let's see. Argyle.
Yeah.
5 points.
5 points.
5 points.
Yay.
Warren. 3 points. Daria, you were safe. Tess. Ooh, 11 points.
What?
You hit a whole bunch of rocks at the bottom of that gully, apparently.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Saphir.
Well, at least it happened to me.
Okay, Saphir takes 9.
Oh, jeez.
Ouch.
That's unpleasant.
Yeah. Let's see. Thagak made the leap off of the hill just before it started running away with the rest of the party, and Jilly had the good sense to be on the top when it happened.
Ow.
So people have taken lumps way down there. You guys are safe up here. Problem is now the party's just a bit separated.
Yeah.
Time to use the say.
And without that extra stuff on the one side of the hill, the part you're on is getting a little squishy.
Awesome.
So
You might want to get off that hill pronto. Yeah.
Okay.
let's get off the hill.
Yeah, definitely.
So this leaves us in 2 groups.
Is it acrobatics or athletics?
Let's call it athletics in this case.
Oh, good. I have proficiency in that.
Okay.
Actually, I'm not even going to make you roll for this. This is just something you have to decide to do sooner rather than later.
So what exactly are we now doing?
Well, let's see. We have Saphir, Saria, Thagak, and Jilly getting off of this hill that just sort of half of it cleaved off and tumbled off into the distance.
Mm-hmm.
The other half of you are
cleavage.
yeah.
We need to get away from the cleave and onto more stable ground.
Yeah. The other half of the party, Argyle, Warren, Hess, and Saria, Saphir. Why are those names so close together in my head? You, like I said, have just taken a sort of land-based Nantucket sleigh ride, bouncing off of trees and rocks and finally tumbling into this gulch.
So we are just sitting there and waiting for the others to arrive, or are we also trying to get?
You can also pick yourselves up and get moving, maybe out of the gulch that you're in, through which water is running. It's there is a stream at the bottom of this thing, sort of continuing its erosion.
Yes, and there's bound to be another mudslide right into the gulch anytime now.
Yeah, let's get out.
Okay.
I think, get around so that we're neither right at the top of the slope or right underneath it, because the slope is about to collapse.
Let's see. Would anyone like to make an athletics check for the group of the gulched ones?
I'm at plus
to maybe get out of the gulch, tie off a rope, and help everybody out.
I could. If people...
Okay, Shu, let me fill you in on what just happened.
Yeah, what the hell just happened?
Yeah, the group went tromping off into the woods to try to find the center of the storm.
Okay.
On one particular hill, a mudslide began, taking half of the party down across a bunch of rocks and trees and into a gulch. People took damage.
Oh no!
Yeah, it was a bumpy ride. It hurt.
It was bumpier for some than others, apparently.
Oh boy!
But you don't have. So I'm going to do something worth my money.
Oh, that's right. You have another way. You have another way out of the gulch.
Yes.
Okay. You remember what I said?
Before everybody gets buried down there, how many are there with me in the gulch?
There are 4 in your group in the gulch.
Okay.
Included, I think.
Yes. So I'm going to just misty step outside onto a secure patch.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to ask the rest of you to just huddle together in one knot, and then I'm going to levitate you out of there.
You can do that?
Levitate will hold 3 people?
500 pounds. I think that should be possible with you.
Good question. Let's see.
3 of the 4 biggest people in the party, Warren, Saphir, and Tess.
Yeah, okay, maybe.
Did you fill in weights for your characters? Suddenly it's become very relevant.
I did.
Let's see. Tess is 180. Saphir didn't fill one in.
Oh no!
Saphir is 0.
Probably the heaviest with armor and everything.
With armor and everything, yeah, that could put you up to around 200 or so. And then there's, let's see, that'd be Warren. It was 185.
Okay, so
fill in a weight for me for Thagak.
Fill in a weight for you?
I did. Yeah, I didn't come up with Thagak's weight.
But if I can get up to the top, I can pull the rest of you guys up pretty easily. Tess and I can.
Okay, so I just missed a step outside and let you muscle guys do your muscle thing.
Let you get your exercise for the day.
Yeah. Here I thought you were going to use the broom.
Wait, we have a broom?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I kind of thought you guys were going to go in that direction too, but
whatever.
I'm going to take room to get the rest of the guys from up on that hill, one by one.
They've moved off the hill at this point.
Okay.
Right. Thagak, Saria, and Jilly have moved off the hill. They're
Okay.
probably in no danger at this point. The problem is you can't quite see them now.
Why not?
I'm just gonna
Move
climb.
around and come to the edge of the gulch.
You'd moved some distance down the hill.
Okay.
Okay. Then I'm using the broom to get higher up so I can see both sides party.
Okay. Perception check then.
You see several mangled.
Perception check.
Mm-hmm. I believe you have a thing for that.
Yeah, I rolled a 19.
Very nice.
I'm pretty sure I can see everyone.
Oh, hey, there they are. They'd sort of moved down behind another smaller hill in order to get off that one big hill that washed the rest of you away. So with that, let's get an athletics check from Saphir or Tess.
Shu, if you want to do it, you're one higher than I am. Your modifier.
Yeah, I know. I believe I have the whole strength in the group. So, I will roll. Give me 2 seconds. Where's my Saphir D20? Okay. Ha! Nat 20 plus 4, so that's 24 in all.
Very nice.
You're plus 5, actually.
Oh, wait. I'm plus 5 strength?
So
oh, yeah.
25. You hoist everyone up without breaking a sweat.
So 26.
Regardless, it's a very large number.
Suffice it to say, everyone is out of that gulch, and with Argyle's guidance, you can find your way back to the others.
Mm-hmm. Reunite. Okay,
yay!
now,
Group reunited.
Now we just need to know what to look for if that's about to happen again.
Yes. Would someone please tell us the wonderful things they saw so we can get advantage on our next dex saving throws or nature checks or whatever? I don't want to go through that again.
Yeah.
Yeah, every so often this is another thing that extreme weather does. Changes the terrain.
Yep.
It's going to mess. It's probably going to mess with navigation in the future too. In the meantime, though, you are finding your way toward the center of the storm.
Zarya, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Would it help if I freeze some patches on the hillsides to help hold things together briefly?
Freeze some what?
Nature check, let me know, but I'm thinking that I can use my frost bolts to buy us a little more time as we travel.
Like, the idea is that you freeze the ground so that it doesn't slide around.
Yep.
Or if it does slide around, it does so in a much larger, slower chunk.
Or
I
perhaps
don't know, David.
I will slip on it and slide, and then a big old piece of ice will like impale my thigh.
Yeah, no. Wait, no.
That seems cool too.
That's a terrible plan.
I don't have a scar there yet.
Yeah, I'll try and do it near your shins.
Mostly my arms.
Hey, can you guys hear me okay?
Yes, sure, we can.
Okay. Let me know if you can hear me when I move away. Do you hear me moving away, or do you hear me just as good?
We still hear you just as
okay, then my headset's working. Awesome, thank you.
Excellent.
Yay, I hooked you up to my Bluetooth headset because I have to go fetch something, and now I can take you guys with me.
Yay, technology. Nice. Yay, fetch quests.
Huzzah.
Anyway, at this point, you have found your way to what feels like the epicenter of the storm. And unlike the hurricane, the eye of it is not a gentle thing. Rain is pouring down practically in buckets.
Oh, ouch. Good.
We experienced that the other day.
Cold,
It was amazing.
more salty, miserable. And the problem is there are no really good discernible features above ground that you can use to... Nothing sets this location off as important, other than the fact that there is a very localized storm hovering over it.
It's not
weird.
like a clearing or anything? Or...
No mysterious mushroom rings?
No mysterious mushroom rings. No clearing.
A radar dish?
This is
No,
weird.
no dismembered trunk of a man in his late 50s. No head in a bag.
No giant bullseye
that's-
on the ground?
That's good. No head in a bag is good.
Mm-hmm. Just the rain. Salty,
All right,
disgusting, miserable, kind of cold.
I have a shield I can hold over my head. And I am.
I'm getting pretty salty about the rain too.
Saphir is not bothered by the rain. Like, after time in the army, Saphir is just like taking the chance to like scrub out his hair a little. And at strange looks from the others is like, what?
Oh, by the way, before I forget, apropos of nothing, 100 experience for dealing with that threat back there.
Oh,
Okay. I'll
Are
just
we-
put it down.
are we gonna add that to our character sheets now, or do you just add it to
Go
our
ahead,
lot
and,
at the
go,
end?
ahead, go ahead and add that now. I'm not going to level up until you have a good
Okay.
long break, but if I give them to you as these things happen, I will be less likely to forget about them.
Yeah,
much
but
was it?
do also post in the community just in case one of us misses
Yeah.
it.
I'll be taking some notes.
All right, good.
Good, sir. What was that number again?
That was 100.
Mhm.
Oh.
All right.
There we go.
Can we do it again?
Do you want to
Let's
take
do
more
like that.
damage?
Hey, I might make my saves this time. I'll just rage, just be constantly angry as I'm sliding down the hill.
You guys, I sure do love D&D Beyond to manage my character sheet. They're pretty great.
This game brought to you by D&D.
Yeah.
But we don't have a Sam Riegel here
The
to
best.
advertise it. I think the closest we have is James. No, actually, no. I take that back. That would be Matt.
Mhm. Mhm.
Wait, does that mean that I'm the Travis of the group? Because I'm down with that.
Who?
That might either be Thagak or Tess. Or Saria, come to think of it.
Who are we talking about?
No, we're talking about Critical Role, that other group.
Oh.
Let's pay them no never minds and march on with our own.
Yes.
All right.
Wet.
Oh,
Nasty.
gross.
Your feet kind of squish in the mud here. It's maybe been raining here for some time.
All right. Is there something underground that this rain is trying to uncover? I suggest.
Like Briscus?
No. Briscus doesn't hide in muddy ground.
Would a nature roll spot unusual features being unearthed early?
It could. I'll give you that roll.
Make the roll and find out, yo.
Well, my nature roll sucks, but I'll ask Saria,
Saria.
because that's her wheel. Will use my passive perception, which is 17.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
That's
Very
my
good passive perception.
Uh-huh.
And
each are friends.
Yeah, nature tells you that this would not be a great place for natural caverns or anything like that, and your perception does not allow you to. There aren't any discerning features above ground to see here. And if there's no caves underneath, whatever is underneath, if there is something underneath that the rain is trying to get to, probably a man-made structure.
A vault?
Hmm.
The Newbury journals did mention that the tomb of Melitok was built off of the original Cave of the Traitors.
We visited that though, didn't we? Briefly.
I don't think you've actually been in there, and
So might this be the tomb of Militok? Not the public one, but the real one.
you
And
might be somewhere over it, but you're not seeing any
Yeah.
access here to get to it.
Is Militok connected to that god that the cultists were trying to bring back or summon back?
Gillagius? No.
Oh.
No, Gillagius. No.
I remember.
They have, but they are in similar domains.
They are in similar domains.
Melitok did a lot. Melitok did a lot of conjuration of storms and weather, and Gillagius's nature is of storm and chaos.
So maybe they're trying to uncover Melitok's tomb to like get help or fuck with the weather more to get Gillagius, or maybe they're like, maybe the two are connected somehow, because this feels like it's trying to make the ground muddy to uncover something, to me at least.
Interesting
it feels
theory.
that way. Yeah, well, why else would you have a random patch of ground be overwhelmed with rain? Like, that makes no sense.
Yep, there's got to be some significance to it.
Mm-hmm.
This may ultimately be the spot you need to get to underground, but up here is not the way to do it.
I guess we should look around to see if there's a cave entrance or a tunnel or
The problem is it's not safe to go. Yeah. It's not safe to go into caves, though, if there's flooding.
Yeah.
You know, if you're scared.
Well, that's another thing. That is another thing mentioned in the Newbury Journal. That the Cave of the Traitors was either carved out or slightly modified, perhaps. So the entrance went uphill.
Oh, so it could be resistant to having water run into it.
Yes.
And of course, that depends. If the roof leaks, there will be water running out of the entrance. Or the whole thing might be full of mud by then.
Hard to say without going in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Done entrance and drainage.
You probably don't want to find. You probably don't want to drain immediately into the center of the dungeon. That would be problematic.
Well, the fact that we're calling it a dungeon now tells me that's our next step.
Oh.
Oh, meta.
Foreshadowing.
Did somebody say dungeon?
Yeah.
Yes, I did, but I tend to deal in meta knowledge anyway.
Well, let's see if we can open it.
But like I said, you can't do it from up here. You're going to have to go into those caves.
Let's go into those caves.
Okay.
I'll be like, oh, look, I smell plot over that way. No, I'm just kidding. But Saphira's like, I want to investigate the caves. They're important somehow if people are concentrating their weird weather magic right over it.
Mhm.
Also, does it ever seem funny to you guys that we run into like vestiges or new incarnations of the revolution around every time we solve a mystery?
I don't know about every time.
No, really not.
I hadn't noticed.
Lots of times. Well, I don't know. It seems weird to me. Anyway, that's what I want to do. How about the rest of you?
Sounds good to me.
No.
Okay, so do we do that?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sounds like you have a plan in mind.
Mm-hmm.
We barge in, weapons drawn.
Mhm.
Exactly. Like the heroes we are.
Yep.
Okay. And you're going in by yourselves. Any special preparations you've taken? Anything you're bringing with you?
Plenty of rope.
Anyone you're bringing with you?
Oh, I'll ask if Carol wants to come.
Karen?
Carol.
Oh, Carol. Oh. Yeah,
my hench dude.
Yeah, he's horribly reluctant, but as a henchman, he will come along. Yes.
Oh, I forgot my rope is
What about badass priest guy?
Elspeth Walter. Yeah. Yeah, he is
All right, I'm
available
just gonna call him
well.
Walter.
Okay.
Or badass priest guy, because I can say that. Yeah, if he wants to come, he might find some out about weird gods and shit down here.
Yeah. Incidentally, note the left-hand side of the page. Reality awareness. From the Champion's Powers book.
a good one. Detect plot. Yes.
All right, cool.
Announcing for any campaign.
Well, like, I'm not gonna make Carol come if he's like, no, boss, no way. I'm not gonna like force him to come, but I'm gonna be like,
Okay,
hey, there might be treasure.
There might be, but okay. Yeah, I'm in.
All right, sweet. Don't worry, I won't let you die. Probably.
Probably?
That's a joke, like, you know, it's a joke. Like, I say probably because then you're like, I'm kidding. That's why it's funny.
Swanson didn't find it funny. So,
Just don't go flashing any coin in front of Jilly. Even I can't save you from that.
don't listen to her. Flashing in front of him is a great idea.
That was also a joke. I inform him. Come on, it'll be fun. All right, we set out. Oh, and lots of rope.
Lots of rope.
Yeah, I feel like if we're going in the cave, we probably should like double up on rope.
Mm-hmm.
Which probably means that I end up carrying everybody's rope for them.
Okay, so you come into the cave. So you enter. Well, you go back. You have to go most of the way back to town anyway, and get on a different trail into the woods. That is
into the woods.
Mm-hmm.
Into the woods.
Well, into a different portion of the woods. That gets you to a path that leads up into the hill, into specifically a rocky outcropping. And yes, the ground slopes up here a little bit, so water is not running up into it, and water is not running down out of it.
A good sign.
But is water running down into it?
Water is not running down into it. Water is not running down out of it. not running up into it.
All
Are
right.
there any non-water fluids we should be aware of, like
Blood.
or blood, or yeah, sure, why not? Or
Yeah, generally avoid carbon tetrachloride.
That too, I guess.
H2SO4.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a thing.
Also, beware very cheap tequilas.
Ooh.
How about wine? Do we have wine running up there?
No, you do not have wine running up there. You don't have carbon tetrafluoride or cheap tequila either.
Well, that's all our bases covered. Let's
Nothing else.
descend.
Mm-hmm.
We've covered all our bases. Should we look into our acids?
Ah, fuck, Matthew. God damn it.
Okay, and the tunnel that you lead up into. Koi. Can't take you kids anywhere. Yeah.
Why? What did he say?
I've always said we are all 12, and he fits in with the group quite nicely.
It does rather, sadly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. For better or for worse.
Anyway.
Koi has become one of us.
Yeah.
One of us. One of us.
You walk up into the cave. It's dark. Someone has a torch or a lantern, right?
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You can't
So
not have a torch or lantern.
So you light up, you go in 10, 20, 30,
I've got dark
40 feet.
torches are for wimps.
Well,
Well, if you insist.
somebody
I'll
can
leave
just
dark
cast
vision.
light, I'm sure.
Several people
Yeah.
in the group do indeed have
See in
Some
the
people-
dark.
some people do have dark vision. So
Mhm.
you get up 40 feet into the I was actually drawing this in D20 Pro.
Mhm.
Next week, hopefully I'll be ready for the full-on dungeon experience in that. Pardon.
10, 20, 30 miles. After the 50th mile, you begin to think, wow, this is really
Boring.
long cave. Is there a rest stop, perhaps?
Yeah, maybe a little truck stop with showers and a
Okay,
McDonald's.
you go in 10, 20, 30, 30 feet, then the tunnel turns to the right. You start there and you go 10, 20, 30, 45 feet, and the tunnel dead ends.
Huh.
I bet there's more to this tunnel than we can see first.
There might be.
Man, if only we had somebody who was like really good at finding hidden and secret shit.
If only. Eyes on
Indeed.
Jilly.
I'm gonna look for any places
Oh,
of
no,
the wall
no.
that look weak.
I will in fact give this to Jilly. Did that piece of wall back there just billow?
You want to take a look at that wall?
The minute Jilly points at it, I just go up to it and like smack it.
Yeah, you smack it, and it is apparently a textured bit of hide made to look like rock.
Hey, this is just a textured bit of hide made to look like rock, guys.
You can sort of pull it aside, and there is another little bit of tunnel down that way.
What?
Nice work, Saphir.
Well,
You just quoted the
Why, you're
narrator.
welcome. I could never have done it without Jilly and her pointing finger. I mean, I would have. It just would have taken longer because I was about to go smacking everything in here.
It must be a really big hide then, or a small passageway?
Or they're stitched together. The passageway is about an 8 by 10 affair.
Oh.
So there's several bits of hide stuck together to make this rock facing for the wall. And it's held up very bull, you'd guess. Could be bull, could be some other sorts of critters you find on the plains.
I want to take it.
I cut out these roughly cape-sized.
And this is a cured hide that is stiff. You might better be able to make armor out of it, but
oh.
Well, maybe we should leave it here, just in case this is a place you don't want kids wandering into.
Yeah. I say leave it here and let's just go past it and do the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, at least until we know what we're going to find inside.
Yeah.
You know, I don't like the idea of kids exploring the caves and stumbling into some ancient tomb and waking up some dread lord. Not that that's ever happened to me. I'm just saying it could.
Not from personal experience, anyway, yeah.
No, definitely not. I never did terrible things as a teenager that got all my friends eaten.
Yeah, wow. Okay, so pulling that hide up a little bit, it's almost like a garage door, if you knew what a garage was. You go in 5, 10, 15 feet, and the tunnel turns left. You go 10, 20, 35 feet or so, and it turns left again. Now you go 10, 20, 30, 40, 15. At this point, you can see it dead ends at about 75 feet.
Okay.
More hides. Oh, I get it. It's because they hide the passageway. That's funny.
Oh,
that is an extra little bit of irony I didn't think of originally.
Yeah.
Oh, I get it. They hide the passageways. Very funny.
Oh, no. When James starts doing that voice, it's all over.
So you start searching back from the that dead end.
Sure.
And about 15 feet back on the right wall, you do find one of those hide doors again.
All right.
They really know how to hide a door. Well, no, actually what they did was they decided to door a hide.
God damn it. I got.
My players, ladies and gentlemen.
At this point, I'm just going to be actively searching the walls for anything like that because clearly they really love their secret shit.
Yeah.
I guess as long as I'm doing that, I'll be looking out.
Well,
for,
let me fill you in on this. It is said in the Newbury journals that the Cave of Traitors was called that because during the time of the previous empire, before the cataclysm, this is the cave where the forces working against the royalty of that day, the Order of the Upset, met and did some of their planning. The cave complex was intended to be defended by let's just call it some guerrilla warfare tactics. By hiding entrances and so forth, you delay the enemy troops that are trying to pour in and make it difficult for them to advance.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And the hide door is apparently one of the tricks they've used to do so. Now, who's going first down this tunnel, or are you continuing to search?
I feel like I should probably take point. Although continuing to search is also a good idea.
At this point, I'm expecting there to be traps and stuff, so I'm looking for pressure plates and tripwires and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so You're going down that. So you're going down that bit of hallway. Up ahead, 10, 20 to 30 feet. You see the hallway turning right. But I'm going to need a perception check from you now.
Oh, shit!
Just Saphir or
Whoever's on point.
Well, is this for the searching effort, or?
This is for, let's call it the searching effort.
I shouldn't be heading up the searching effort.
Did you change your mind?
No, I mean, I was taking point for pushing further. Like, when we move to the next area, I will take point.
You're
Whoever that.
wrong character.
Oh, sorry.
I saw your intimidation and I thought that was investigation. I was like, dang, you should be doing that, but no.
Invest in negation.
Yeah. I mean, if we need somebody to yell at this cave to goddamn spill out its secrets, then I'm your guy. Otherwise, maybe
If
not.
there's anybody who is particularly perceptive who wants to be in the front to see that kind of thing, go for it. Otherwise, I will volunteer.
Okay. This is going to be an active... this is going to be an active check for perception. Matt, go ahead.
Oh. I'm like, wait, what? That's not my name.
That's
Jilly.
not my name. That's not my name. That's not my name.
Jilly, if you'd roll, please. Or are you still there? Matt?
I can't hear Matt at all.
I'm not even sure he's there.
Yeah, I could hear him kind of muffly before, but now I can hear goddamn.
Oh, there we go.
Oh.
21.
Huzzah.
Good. You just spot the trap door before you or Tess step on it. And you can from here you can sort of, that is a much smoother piece made to look like stonework or worked stone, and you can push that down, and there's spikes at the bottom of that.
Oh, dastardly folks!
And that was about 5 feet before the turn, so making that turn may be difficult.
Well, I'll wait, how wide is it? You said it's 5 feet wide?
The corridor is 10 feet wide, and 5 feet before that turn, that's where the trap door starts.
Well, can we just jump over the trap door then?
That's going to take an athletics or acrobatics check if you have it.
All right.
What were the dimensions, though? Like how far across and how wide?
Okay, the corridor is 10 feet wide.
Yeah.
And this pit trap sort of runs 15 feet along to the end of the far wall at the turn.
Oh.
So you're going to have to sort of...
width of the hallway.
Full width of the hallway. You're going to have to make a jump about 6 or 7 feet from the from the solid edge of the stonework here to the start of the stonework over there.
Okay. What's the DC on that? Does a 10 make it?
Oh, probably not.
Okay.
Well, this just got more exciting.
Well then, let's make it a dex check next.
Can I make a dex check to just grab Saphir's collar?
Before he tries to jump across?
Something like that, yeah.
Oh, no, just let him.
Well, that wouldn't be fun.
If he wants to do it, just let him.
So you grab me before I complete the jump?
Yeah. I just want to get like a complete picture. I want to make sure jumping is the thing. Like, how deep is the pit again, and like how high is the ceiling, and are there handholds along the side?
So when you grab me, it becomes probably clear that I did not get a proper start and probably would not have had my full jumping strength behind me. As in, like,
caused that 10.
Yeah. And I'm like, what? I'm going to go across and then I'll use the pole and lift everybody else across. I thought it would work pretty good. Right?
Don't we have a flying broom?
Yes, you do.
We do.
Oh. Saphir's just like, oh,
that should be,
okay.
That's probably a matter of giving Argyle an opportunity to speak up. I know how enthusiastic you get. Trust me.
Okay, so
yeah,
we have a broom.
So yeah, Argyle is sitting on the broom.
I can taxi everyone across, but only one after another. So
only one at a time.
Oh, all right.
Problematic, but there it is.
So yeah, it's a bit boring. So if you want more excitement, you can all jump or climb, but everyone who wants to have a taxi can get over with the broom.
And he'll sweep everybody across eventually.
Except those who want to climb or jump.
I'll take.
I still want to jump. I still kind of want to jump.
If you fall, I'm gonna leave you down there.
I know. It's fine. I rolled a 17. It's fine.
Yay!
Okay, you do manage to get the jump. You don't clip the corner at the intersection that badly, and you manage to get to the other side.
Yay!
And then I'm like, ha ha! Yeah.
Yes, victory. Then the passage goes another 20 feet before it dead ends.
God damn it! I smack it. Maybe it's another hide.
Nope. It feels like wool.
Ow. All right, that's actual
Wool?
rock. No, a wall. Okay. I guess I'll start prodding it out the other walls to see if there's like a side passage.
Okay. You poke at all those wool. All of that wall on this side of the dead end, and you find nothing.
How high up is the ceiling?
How high is the ceiling?
Yeah.
It's about 8 feet.
I'll check the ceiling.
That's smart.
Yeah, you're poking at it with something. I guess either a 10-foot pole.
Hey.
Those things do have uses. Yeah. And you find there is no secret door in the ceiling there.
All right. I feel like maybe this was is a dead end. Damn it.
Well, we weren't looking for secret doors the whole time, so maybe farther back there was another one.
Okay, so you're checking before the pit trap?
Yes.
Well, I mean, like,
and we can also check inside the pit trap. Maybe it goes on downstairs.
That would be an interesting idea for a fortified underground complex. You have to fall into a particular trap to find the secret door that lets you in. Yeah, you just have to know.
That's like the way.
You just have to know which spikes are fake to fall onto.
Yeah, right.
One way to find out. Roll them all and see which ones murder you.
Yeah.
All right, cool. You first.
You climb down and know that there's like a.
It's like the witch trials, you know. If she drowns, it's not guilty.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Now, witches are a possibility in this system, so let's not be classist.
Right.
I feel like the whole reason that method got remembered, though, is because it's terrible. So.
Somebody didn't think it through. if she weighs the same as a duck,
That one's especially dumb.
Well,
But that was kind of
Comedy
the point.
for
It was a sort of a parody of the thought process.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Anyway, where are you searching for your next secret door?
so I guess if there was nothing down in the pit,
Nothing down in the pit. You're actually probably lowering yourself down with a rope that someone's holding.
No,
I-
with
I-
a broom.
Broom works too.
crafty-based puzzles.
Broom.
Yeah, you search down there, and yeah, no secret doors down there.
Any
And the-
bodies
and
down
the-
there?
No. And the spikes are real.
Oh boy.
Chap's never been used.
Or it's been cleaned.
By whom?
Who do you know in this village that would clean a pit trap?
Yeah.
Oh man, I think
Right, it's
she's
Birth of
incriminated
Linghouse.
now.
I can't believe I just asked that question and people actually understood it. So this session is going special. That's nice.
How's though?
Yeah.
No, I guess let's just sweep like the walls and the floor and the ceiling.
Actually, maybe that's not such a bad idea. Bring Destroyer down here to check for traps.
Just have a cow wander on stuff. Hey, the worst thing that happens is you get supper.
Oh.
Okay, with some poking and prodding, you go back out into the previous corridor through the secret door you found previously. Search back along the wall some more, and there is another secret door.
Huzzah!
These guys really like their secret doors.
Yeah, they do.
Well, it was set up as a sort of guerrilla den planning outpost headquarters barracks thing.
I hope we run into some gorillas. That'd be cool.
Yeah,
have any bananas?
we brought some. We brought some gorillas in, but they froze last season.
Hey.
Turns out they don't like the winter.
Yeah. Anyway, you go down that door. Long passage. That is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 feet to the turn. And then 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 feet to an obvious set of doors on the right. Appear to be made out of the same hide material, but rather than disguised as stone, they've actually been given a veneer of respectability. Sort of painted, sort of dyed a darkish red, and given obvious grippable handles.
Seems too obvious.
Yeah, very obvious.
Well, maybe it's obvious on purpose, because if people got to this point, they were meant to be here.
Maybe.
Maybe the GM is just
I'm not letting my guard down.
messing with
That's
using
fair.
all those, using the word obvious so often just to make us paranoid.
Hey.
I don't need any help with that. You had the power within you the whole time.
What, to be paranoid? Oh,
Yes.
thank you.
Mhm.
I see.
I'd like to think
Wonderful.
I'd like to think I score the assist on that.
With like multiple secret doors behind other secret doors, and then it wasn't the first but the second secret door that was
So with all those
this is
secret
a
doors,
trap.
you believe this is obvious doorway is a trap. Mm-hmm.
Could be.
Fair enough.
You want
And
to go
your
check it out, Jilly?
and your choice is to continue on down the corridor.
I mean, I'd want to check it out.
What, the doorway?
Yeah, like and around it. Like,
try to figure out what kind of trap is there?
Yeah. Like, tie a rope around one of the handles and stand back a bit and pull the door open.
That's a strategy.
I'm going to be very disappointed.
Okay, so you loop some rope around the door handle and give it a gentle tug, just in case you snap or pull anything.
Yeah.
And the door quietly pulls open. This thing is how many centuries old, and the hinges still move like butter.
Wow.
They have magical WD-40. Or universal solvent? No, it's
universal lubricant. That would be WD-40.
I'm going to see what's inside the door then.
And inside the doorway, there is a room.
Oh, boy.
It is a 30 by 40 room that has a dozen squat little pillars about 2.5, 3 feet tall each, somewhere in that neighborhood, around a table which appears to have been carved from solid stone. Carved from solid stone and polished to a gleam.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Numerous torch. Pardon?
Is there anything on the pillars?
Not currently. They're just about like I said, 2.5 to 3 feet tall. Designed apparently for, you'd guess, sitting at that table. There are numerous fixtures and things on the walls for holding torches, holding banners, and things, and these are all apparently also carved out of the stone. You can see no seam between them and the wall they're attached to. This room was an outstanding labor of love or duty on someone's part. And at the head of the room there is a higher-backed chair, sort of facing the doorway and the dozen or so pillars around it.
Uh-huh.
It feels like a meeting room.
Mm-hmm.
Council chamber. That kind of thing.
Yep.
Are there any other doors, like along the walls of the room?
Not in this room. And here the walls are worked a little differently. So, well, actually, I shouldn't say that because you'd probably assume I could hide a door here anyway. Yeah. So. I will say the walls are worked differently here, textured in such a way that you have more of a stone brick feel here. But there, it turns out, are... Well, actually, give me a roll.
Whoa, what kind of roll?
Who wants to perceive?
Perception roll.
Perception, yeah.
We all perceive the room.
But how well do you perceive it?
9.
Perception. 2, 3.
Also, remind me to point you at John Robertson's A Dark Room.
Oh dear.
Oh, I love A Dark Room. You mean the like that online game, right?
Which one? What?
I got
that online thing.
Yeah.
Actually, let me pull up the video I've been using as a reference. It's in here somewhere. I know it. Or I just do that one. Or I just open it there. Copy. I'll paste it in here. There. It's an hour or so. This isn't the time for that. But yeah, none of you is certain that there was there is any secret door out of here.
None of us are certain that there is a door.
Oh God,
What?
it's gotten to that point. You're parsing my sentences, looking for loopholes.
The construction was
Yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah, it
Inviting
was.
for that
It was
kind
not
of
the
thing.
usual way to phrase that sentence.
Right. Okay. You are fairly certain, although it's not
Yeah.
guaranteed, that there are no secret doors out of here.
Okay, now it becomes a bit more digestible.
Okay. You don't see any secret doors. Okay.
If there are secret
Yeah.
windows, Coy, you can't see through them.
Are there any suspicious bead curtains that could be parted?
There are no bead curtains at all in this room.
Is there
There
anything
are no
else in here, like furniture?
Well, there are those 13 little squat little cylinders that look to be sat upon, and there is the chair at the end of the table. And as you go back to the chair at the back, you can see behind it there is a small chest. Looks to be of much more recent construction.
Oh, I take my mage hand and rattle the chest from a safe distance.
Oh no.
Well, it's not like it's going to explode or anything. You consider
but
me
maybe
that kind of savage? Don't answer that. Yeah, you push the chest back and forth a little bit. I think that goes beyond. I think it goes well beyond the 10-pound limit of mage hand.
Maybe.
Yeah, it does. I think if 10 pounds is the limit, yeah, this chest is heavier than 10 pounds. But if you want, you can mage hand the chest's lid open.
Yeah, I think it's 20 pounds, but I'm not sure. But I think the lid will
usually
do.
10.
Okay, 10. Okay.
Okay. You can't move the chest, but you can lift the lid. And looking inside, you can see a number of tapestries and wall hangings neatly folded up. These also look to be much more tapestries and wall hangings of the sort that look like they might fit in this room.
What kind of revolution is this?
They look new, do they?
They look newish, yeah. And like I said, these are the chest and the things in it have a much more recent feel of construction to it.
Uh-huh.
Coy, that's Pandora's chest, and that's Pandora's box in reverse.
So this is where people who want to start a tourism business down here are beginning to prepare everything so it looks fine and rebellish and so on.
Now,
this
who do
is
you know
so
in
weird.
town that would
This
do
whole
something
thing is
like
so...
that?
Yeah.
What?
Who do we know in this town who
No,
would
I mean,
go
who do
down
we,
here, open secret doors, and start to hang the walls with cool stuff so it looks interesting?
This is so weird.
Who would try to promote old rebel strongholds as destinations for guests and tourists to liven up the economy of this Seflivil?
Noting Matt's comment in chat, someone came up with tourism before Jilly. Shocking.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, that kind of is, though.
Okay. And why did said person not safeguard the pit trap?
Maybe they just don't care.
Well, if this is meant to be a family-friendly tourism destination, then the pit traps have to be
the site trap
secured.
does kind of blow a hole in that.
Yeah.
Yeah, or maybe
That's the thing.
looking to start a revolution of their own.
With wall hangings, is that the first point of order in a revolution? I don't think so.
Yeah, the Russian Revolution got kicked off by lace doilies.
Yeah, it sounds like it should be a joke, but.
But.
Wait, is that not a joke, or is that really a thing?
Yeah.
Thomas
Sure
Paine was thrown in jail when they caught him with a tea cozy.
What? Okay. Huh. Wow, I'm going to have to look this up. Okay.
Okay.
Macrame, the first of the rebellious professions. But then you do hear, okay, as a group, you hear some footsteps coming up the hallway. Well, yeah, these are fairly smooth stone corridors. One thing they do provide is great acoustics. If you want to hear things. If you want to be quiet, not so much.
I guess we just sort of wait then.
I'd say we sit down here on these seating things and sit there and surprise the hell out of the person.
Actually, I really like that plan too. Let's do that.
Yeah. So we are all sitting down on these chairs.
Okay, you're sitting comfortably. These are actually kind of comfortable despite being made of stone.
And I'm even unrolling a parchment on the table, so it looks like as if we are deep in discussion about the next step in the revolution.
Acock is probably with you.
Yes. He's taking the head seat.
So there you are sitting at the various stone stools, and there's Acock at the front of the at the head of the room, thinking to you. Now you're probably all wondering why I called you together. Called you together. Call. And Argyle starts laughing for no good reason that any of you can discern.
I think he's lost it.
And then the door pops open,
and then the door pops open, and there's Vanya Celebre, dressed in oilcloth and still managing somehow to look elegant, which she should not be doing at this time. And said, "Oh, I had no idea you wanted to tour this badly. I just came in.
You are late."
I'm sorry. We didn't want you to trouble yourself too much.
I occasionally like to come in here and do maintenance, and I was surprised to find that the doors were down and in place. That's usually not a good thing. People don't get very far. Or if you got this far, there's a chance. Oh dear. Now I have to wonder who else is down here.
You know what? Now that you bring it up, I'm wondering that myself.
Because I usually leave the that first door and the second door leading to this room open, so nobody falls for that pit trap.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, have you thought about putting up, like, maybe a sign? Horrible spikes right
or
here.
a railing. A railing
Yeah.
would be good.
Railing might not be a bad idea, but then you don't get to. Still, how do you handle that? Maybe a bit of
Big-
walkway around the corner there. This is something I can take up into committee later, I guess. But
Oh my God. Big ol' orc facepalm right now.
yeah.
Well,
So you'd like to
change,
tour
I
the
can see
facility?
Of course.
This is a very interesting bit of history, and I would love to show you around it.
Yeah.
Oh,
And that will begin.
my pleasure.
And that will begin next session.
Okay.
Oh my God, this
talking
fucking
about?
woman.
She took it extremely well. We have to give her that.
I guess. I guess she did.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I'm king of the cliffhangers, but that timed itself out beautifully,
It just crawled out to you.
like butter.
She
What's
is
that?
good.
It's the end of the episode.
Well, you can say that with a British accent because Buddha is how the British pronounce Buddha.
Buddha? Buddha?
Buddha. Oh, money.
And so, with the setup for a dungeon delve with a guide,
Mhm.
That's a little different.
I will end the episode here.